It's more than just your output, more than a bike. When you hear your shout out, you know it's all right. Put on your magic pants and let's go. We're cruising into the power zone. Clip in, set yourself free. Come on and take a ride with me. Know what you need to know and what's it all about. Everything you need, it's on the Clip Out.
Welcome to the Clip Out, episode 450. This is Crystal O'Keefe.
And this is Tom O'Keefe. I have my computer open.
Yeah.
As one does.
Right.
And it's weird because, like, I know Facebook has been around a long time, but, like, I always forget how long.
Yeah. It's been around almost 20 years now.
That's what caught me off guard. It was like it shared, like, you know, it does like memories.
Yeah.
It shared a memory, and it was 17 years old.
Yeah.
And I was like, but that can't be right because minus and carry the one. And I'm just like, oh, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
17 years? And I mean, it's probably been longer than that, but
It probably has, because my earliest posts on Facebook are from when Sydney was like 3, like 2 or 3. And so she's 19. And we know it was around before that because they only had colleges on there for a long time.
Right. For a long time, it was, you had to have an EDU email address to even get onto
now it's just
the
for the
Facebook.
Now it's just for the olds.
Yeah. Yeah. And
where most of us in the Peloton community live, because that is where a lot of our interaction occurs. It's so funny. People, we'll get to the story behind what I'm talking about, but I posted a question this week, and I posed that question on Instagram and Facebook. Now, on Instagram, we have almost 100,000 followers.
Yeah.
On Facebook, we have like 20,000.
Yeah.
But on Facebook, the amount of comments that came in was like, it dwarfed the amount of comments by like tenfold over on Instagram.
It was crazy.
It is crazy. It is crazy. So people on the Facebook are much more active and engaged, I think, on the whole.
I also feel like Instagram doesn't encourage you to comment in the way Facebook does.
How is it different?
I just feel like the comments don't display the same. I don't tend to read them. When I do, they're harder to read. And so, like, I just feel like it doesn't, which I think is purposeful. It wants to be more visually driven.
It does want to be more visually driven.
And it wants to be like, look at this picture, like or don't like, move along. And so, like, you can comment, where I think Facebook is way more about, like, leaving comments and using your voice, where
Facebook is all about pictures and reels,
or
and
Instagram
movies.
is more about
that's what I meant to say.
Yeah. And so I just feel like you're more apt to get into the flame wars on the Facebook. Yeah.
Oh, I've been dragged on both pretty good.
I'm sure. Like, I'm not saying it never happened. I
Yeah.
just feel like Facebook, it tends to get there a lot faster.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
I feel like there's a more warm and fuzzy vibe of, I feel like your algorithm is more warm and fuzzy on Facebook in general than it is on Instagram. I feel like you're open to, like, you're more public on Instagram, and so the attacks can come from anywhere. Like, anybody can chime in a way that not anybody, like, you can change your privacy settings on both, but I feel like they make more sense on Facebook because you still have the ability for people to see certain things.
It's more of a closed ecosystem.
Yeah, whereas Instagram, it's like you're either public or you're private. Pick one. And so I feel like because of that, like, anybody can weigh in on anything.
Yeah.
You know, unless you have a Finsta or something.
Right. Yeah, I've talked about this in the bonus. I cannot get the Facebook algorithm to stop feeding me alt-right content.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
Yeah.
Can't be done.
And that's just crazy because I don't get any of that.
I have blocked literally hundreds.
I'm telling you,
of
it's because
websites.
you watch all this stuff from the 1960s. So they just assume
Well, if you like Leave It to Beaver and the Dick Van Dyke Show.
you must be racist.
Yeah. You clearly want to make America great again. And I'm like, no, I just like old-time TV shows. That's all. So, what, pray tell, do you have in store for people this week?
Gosh, I was not prepared for that question. I really should
I
have
ask
been.
every week.
I know. Well, we are going to talk about the latest reduction in workforce. We are going to, I should also say, we are recording on Wednesday. Tomorrow is Thursday, and that's the earnings call.
Right.
So the tone of this whole thing could change dramatically.
Right. So something awful is revealed tomorrow, and you're like, why are they so chipper?
That's because it hasn't happened yet.
Yes.
But we'll probably insert whatever that is up here. If it's big news, stop.
But you said insert. What did you expect my eyebrows to do?
We are also going to talk about Tunde's magic mic ride and how some people were triggered, which is ironic given how many people were upset about my triggered song post.
Yeah.
But we'll get there later.
Yeah.
We are also going to talk about Peloton meeting with UK members over the schedule changes. Peloton Instructor Summits. We're going to do a little bit of an overview. Peloton extending new things to Canada, but not to the UK, Germany, Austria, or Australia yet. And then we've got people moving on from Peloton, or forced out. And then we've got instructors in the news. We've got the surprises that were in some classes this week.
Surprise.
And also some instructors causing some surprises, just doing things that are surprising, I
Right.
should say. And then we've got some artist series news. We've got other connected fitness news. We've got new content that we're going to talk about. Lots of that. And I think that is it.
Well, before we get to all that, shameless plugs, don't forget we're available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeart, TuneIn, wherever you get a podcast. You can find us while you are there. Be sure and follow us so you never miss an episode. Maybe leave us a review. You can also find us on the Facebook, facebook.com/theclipout. While you're there, like the page, join the group. What else? Oh, we have a Patreon. I was about to go into a real spoilers pitch.
I saw.
Yeah. It's like, it's called the League of Show Sharers. Oh, wait, no, it's not. But you can join that one too if you want.
It's lots of fun.
We do have a Patreon.
Yeah.
$5 a month.
For the clip out.
For the clip out. Well, you got one for both.
I know, but we're
Yeah.
we're here for the clip out.
Sorry. Okay.
Focus.
I'm like, but people listen to this one. It's $5 a month. Have I said that 9 times? What you get for your $5 is the joy of helping just a little indie podcast emanating from a basement in the Midwest. You also get ad-free episodes.
Yes.
You also get bonus content. And you also get early episodes.
I just want to spell out for people who I think there's some people that don't realize that our ad-free episodes are different than our bonus episodes. Like those are two separate episodes.
You'll get a version of this show sans advertising, and then you will also get a bonus episode which never has advertising.
Correct.
But yeah, so you will get 2 weekly shows
Yes.
from us. This week on the bonus,
Yes.
we will be discussing how the shingles vaccine seems to slow down the aging process.
I have questions.
Okay, well, we'll have answers, or at
Okay.
least as much answers as we can glean from this article.
Okay.
Airbags for cycling?
Okay, I am fascinated by this one.
Yeah.
This changes the outdoor cycling game a lot.
Yeah.
This is fascinating stuff.
And we have another instructor teasing highlight content. So that's all over on the bonus. And also, we have a newsletter that goes out mostly weekly. I say mostly because I forgot to send it out this week
Whoopsie-doody.
because we went to see a play on Saturday.
And that, I tell you, you do one thing differently.
And it screws everything up. I tend to do it on Saturday nights while we watch our old-timey movie.
Yes.
We've been slowly working our way through the airport franchise.
Which actually is quite enjoyable.
Yeah, like it's like the Love Boat, but on an airplane and people die.
Yeah.
But other than that,
Yeah.
it's kind of fun to see all the, especially because we watch so many old-time TV shows where you're like,
Oh, hey, look, it's
yeah,
so-and-so.
It's the maid from Hazel or
Yeah,
whatever. Yeah. But, and if anybody's really old, they're like, Shirley Booth was in an airport movie, and you're right.
Yeah. It was just an
It
example.
was just an example. It was a for instance. Anyway, yeah, we went to see Hell's Kitchen, and I got all...
Which I really enjoyed.
I liked it.
I liked it a lot.
Alicia Keys isn't entirely my jam, but I enjoyed it. I
Yeah.
thought it was solid. But
Yeah.
but anyway, so I forgot to send a newsletter. So see, I don't bother you that much. And if you missed a link, just email me and I'll send it to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, there's all that. Let's dig in, shall we?
We shall.
Peloton in the news.
Peloton has reduced its workforce yet again
Yeah.
So
I'm
there's
really,
just the 3 people there now.
I'm really curious how this is going to play out in tomorrow's earnings call and if we will be changing this tomorrow morning. But right now what we know is that most of what was affected was engineering, and it is another ongoing effort to streamline operations and reduce costs. I mean, aren't they always?
Yeah.
It is notable that they did this just days before the next earnings report, and I'm surprised given how weird the market is that it did not boost their price, but it did not. And you would think that that it would like signal that they are really serious about cutting costs and getting to a profit. I don't know. Nothing ever works. I'm really curious to see what tomorrow does. I'm very curious.
Yeah. I don't know what the stock market wants from them at this point.
It's
and I'm
ridiculous.
sure they're sitting in their staff meetings saying the same thing.
They gotta be.
It's
what do
like
these people want.
It's like the only way the stock price is going to move if there's some sort of law mandating every man, woman, and child must own a bike.
So engineering roles related to technology and enterprise projects, and people have asked me what an enterprise project means. That is things that are within the company. So stuff that the company does, not necessarily like new projects that would affect the equipment or new projects that would affect the app. Like it's more internal.
Okay.
So I don't know. We'll see.
We shall see.
It's depressing.
Yeah.
It's depressing to see this company get stripped down to, I mean,
Yeah,
God, from what it once was.
for sure. So, Tunde had a magic mic ride.
She did.
Fellas, I'm speaking to you as a fella. Get it together. Why you got to be like this?
I mean, there were multiple, Thomas, we have to explain to people what we are talking about. There were multiple, and I mean several posts on the OPP by different men, of course, saying, well, we need a showgirls ride. And I say it in a whiny voice because
that's
that is how it sounds.
That's how they typed it. They typed it while whining.
I mean, dear God, can anything not be about cisgendered white men? Can anything, like just anything not be about them? Is that okay?
But it's like, look, I famously don't use Peloton. I've seen some of the instructor class clips. There are showgirl rides out there if you want them.
That's so true.
Who are we kidding?
That's so true.
So
some of those instructors are even still there, but the ones back in the day that are no longer there, I mean,
So
I guess, but
literally keep it in your pants.
Right.
Yeah. And it's just the whole pearl clutching moral equivalency. Like, it's like the whole world has been framed around the male gaze. G-A-Z-E. Forever. And like, you get one of these and you lose your shit. And then you complain when people make fun of the fragile male ego. And I'm like, you're exactly who we're making fun of. If you think we're mocking you, make no mistake. Oh, we're totally mocking you.
Oh,
because
honey, I love you so much.
You're an idiot.
Thank you. Thank you. On account of all women, thank you.
It's just
it is so stupid. Like, Jesus Christ, they were out there, like, it was the last, like, 6 or 7, 8 minutes of the ride.
Yeah.
And the performers from the Magic Mike show came out and performed in the middle of the class. Like, and that's the surprise. So, like, spoiler.
Right, yeah.
If you haven't taken it, then, I mean.
Well, and there's pictures everywhere at this
There's
point,
totally
so,
pictures everywhere. So
I'm sure our description of abs doesn't do the photograph of abs justice.
No, I think they did quite well. I still
How
have
dare you?
I know. I'm sorry.
I'm not just a piece of meat, honey.
I'm so sorry.
This is why I always have to wear a baggy hoodie.
And part of what men complain about in this is that women get upset when this is like a general statement that men are making. I am not making this statement. There are a lot of men who complain that women will say things like, don't objectify women, don't objectify the instructors, yada, yada, yada. And then they will go crazy over Dennis's hair, for example. And we will have an entire discussion about what is happening with his hair. And some men feel as if that is a double standard, which I can understand.
To a point.
And let's not forget, although I am guilty of this as well, you have to remember that the internet is not one person.
Right.
It's coming from multiple voices. Now, I know that's easier said than done.
Yeah, because it does feel sometimes like the same people that say X then also say X divided by Y.
They do.
And
It does feel that way.
And that's not always the case.
That is correct.
Yeah.
That is correct. And this was fun. It was different. It was press for the Magic Mike show.
Yeah.
And
it's one thing.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
it's like, in terms of objectifying women, it's because it was everywhere. Like, you go back and watch some of the shows from the 70s, even shows that are ostensibly for children.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of jiggling going on.
There is.
And
there's a lot of comments about women's bodies.
Yeah.
From main characters that are
Yeah.
they are not jokes. They are like people commenting on women's weight or how they
Yeah.
look or what they're wearing. Like the whole world thinks they get to have
Yeah.
some kind of decision-making power over how a woman
Yeah.
looks. But if you talk about a man, how dare you?
yeah, if there was just isolated incidences of those,
You
it'd be a lot
might have
different.
something to stand.
It permeated culture. And then, so, Magic Mike ride is not permeating culture.
It is not.
So calm down. It's going to be okay.
Put your
It's-
put your pearls down.
This message for the boys, from one boy to another. You're pretty too. It's okay. You're very pretty. We don't all have to look like that. It'll be okay.
Oh dear.
Moving right along.
Okay.
Peloton has met with UK members over the controversial schedule changes, or for the British, schedule.
And specifically, it was taking out those Sunday classes
Yeah.
that kind of started this whole thing. But they also talked about just, I guess there was a lot of discussion about live content amongst UK, German instructors, the US studios, like just kind of the whole balance amongst all three. And Peloton said that content is broadly balanced while noting that the US produces more live classes overall due to having more modalities. It was also noted that German instructors have more capacity in the schedule for earlier rides, which that actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So they Peloton also explained to members that the live content and scheduling decisions are data-led, which I have always said, just for the record.
Yeah.
Noting a relatively small number of members globally take classes live and that live classes are resource intensive to produce. So those live classes in studios on Sundays, it's not about making money, or not making money. It's about that you've got 15 people in the
Right.
background producing one class. It's just
And I wouldn't be surprised if you have to pay a premium to people to come in and work on a Sunday.
I don't know what the UK is like. That
Yeah,
is possible.
But a lot of places, like especially, I don't know if they're union. I don't know how unions work over there. I don't even know if unions exist over there. But yeah, there's a good chance it costs extra to bring in that team of people on a Sunday. And so
Yeah.
if you see people aren't using it, why spend the cash?
Absolutely. Peloton, I want to say that like this whole conversation came from a letter that we covered that was signed by UK and US members. There were 1,279 Peloton members across the board. And Jen Cotter actually led the discussion along with Peloton London team. And they invited this people in to have this discussion in person, which was
Yeah.
very, very kind of them. They did not have to do
Yeah.
that. And the
Did they
session,
do it on a Sunday?
I didn't ask. It just says this week. So I'm guessing this was the same week that they had the Peloton global, like whenever they had all the UK celebration.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Reconnect the
The
Instructor Summit. That's the word. Read my damn mind.
More often than not, I'm pretty good.
You are. So at any rate, Peloton confirmed its commitment to the UK market and to Peloton Studios London. They referenced ambitions to grow the UK and international market while emphasizing the importance of making effective and efficient use of the studio. So, in other words, they're not changing anything.
Right.
But they did at least sit down and explain it to people,
Yeah.
which was nice of them.
Yeah, but like if it's just not getting enough people, it's not getting enough people. Like
I know,
it's-
but like the thing is people have to have their hand held and feel that they are heard. And that's fair. Like, I am one of those people
Yeah.
in many instances. I am not making fun of that. But it still is, I think that it cannot be overstated enough that Peloton did not have to do that.
Yeah.
And most companies wouldn't.
Yeah.
Like, let's be clear. Most companies would not
Yeah.
say, group of people who got really upset, come in and let's have a talk. They did
Yeah.
not have to do that.
When's the last time a network has canceled a television show and then had a meeting about it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like all the people that complained about Samsung refrigerators. Do you think they had
Yeah.
a meeting? Do
No.
you think they brought people in? Because
No.
it didn't happen.
They
I
did
mean,
not.
it's just people don't they don't appreciate that Peloton still does things like that. Now,
Yeah.
that was a lot more common back in the John Foley days, not going to lie.
For sure.
But Jen Cotter is from the John Foley days.
One of the few.
One of the very few. And I believe that her heart is in the right place.
So, speaking of Peloton get-together, gathering, instructors, what's it called?
I think it's called a summit.
I believe it's called a hootenanny. Peloton Instructor Hootenannies.
Oh, is that what they're called?
That's what they're called. I don't know where you got the word summit from.
I don't either.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But they had them.
They did. And the London one that included the German and UK instructors was this past week.
Duh.
And so on the US side, it was Dennis who led the instructors in a ride that included all the instructors that were present in the ride. Well, on the UK side, as we alluded to last week, Hannah Frankson led that class in London. And both of the summits had other things happening. So, for example, they had, let's see here, thoughtful conversations with international speaker, change management catalyst, and co-host of Higher Performance, Damian Hughes, was a full-on dance party with the legendary former Spice Girl Mel C, and that had Hannah over the...
You're never a former Spice Girl. You're a Spice Girl for life, damn it. It's like being a Marine. There are no former Marines. You were always a Spice Girl. Better recognize.
And not only was the London team there and the German team, Robin and Allie, and of course Jen Cotter, were also there. And then in the New York Instructor Summit, they had Jesse Israel, and he is the founder of The Big Quiet. They also had Allie led thoughtful conversations that sparked meaningful connections, and then of course it culminated in the Reconnect ride. So it was there was lots going on for both of them, but I think it's really great to see all the instructors come together like this. I also feel like it is needed to say Hannah Frankson's class that she taught was so different in flavor of Dennis. Now, I love both of them. So this is it's more of a reflection about how different the teams are. The teams in London, Hannah called out each person and said thoughtful things about each and every one of her teammates. They were all in sync. They were all together. They all, like, you could see the unity.
Yeah.
Not so in New York. Now, there's a lot more instructors in New York, so I think that needs to be said. But also, there's so many more personalities. Like, the more people you add, the bigger those personalities are.
For sure.
And they were both great in their own ways for completely different reasons. But I think in New York, you tend to see, like, these huge personalities that kind of, everyone's kind of like, look at me versus look at us.
Yeah.
And I think in London, it's look at us. And personally, I think being from the Midwest and having more of those conservative values, I like the teamwork.
Believe it or not.
I know.
Lowercase c.
Yeah. Definitely. But I really enjoy seeing, like, the teamwork side of it. And, you know, the people who work on the Tipster channel and the helper bees, they get tired of me going, oh, teamwork, because that's my favorite part of what we do. Like, it's my favorite part when everybody comes together and, like, we whip out an article in 15 minutes and everybody did a different thing.
Yeah.
That's my favorite. It's just like, that's what humanity is that togetherness. And it really, really shone on the London side.
So Peloton is extending special pricing to Canada.
They are. Yeah. So the entire program, if
Yeah.
you will, is also going to be taking place in Canada. We're hoping we're going to see this exact same thing take place in Germany, in Australia, in Austria. But that means that if you're, let's say, an EMT worker or a doctor
First
or
responder.
yes,
Believe they're military as well,
yeah, they do have military.
which I'm sure people will be complaining about shortly. If you offer a discount to Canadian military, then you hate the U.S. military.
There was literally a person that said to me, and if you don't belong to one of these special groups, then what? And I was like, then you
pay full
don't
price?
qualify?
Yeah.
Like, what are you even saying right now?
Yeah.
Like, they're somehow wrong?
They didn't
Like, I don't qualify for any of these groups. I paid full price for every single piece
Yeah.
of equipment that I have from Peloton, and I am grateful for that. So, like, if I was an EMT worker or a doctor or
Yeah.
a nurse, like, cool.
Discounts they didn't invent that.
I
Discounts
know.
for first
I
responders.
swear to
and
God,
yeah,
people
like,
find something to complain
know.
about with everything. Also, this week, Peloton announced that on the U.S. side, I don't know that this is rolled over to Canada just yet, but on the U.S. side, they also added government workers to the program.
So now you qualify.
I'm not a government worker.
But-
You're a government.
Right.
Well, but I'm not going to be buying any more
Right. Like
equipment.
we've got all the equipment we need. Thank you.
Now, they do have special pricing for the app membership, but they do not have a discount for the all access, which
Yeah.
is pretty much every other complaint that comes in. Why don't the people who pay the most get a discount on that? That's because you're the ones that are paying the most and actually keeping the company
Yeah.
afloat.
Because they don't need to discount that.
Yeah.
It's doing just fine.
Right.
Unless you're a stock market analyst. Then they ain't doing fine. While we're speaking of Canada,
Yes.
because we were at some point there,
We were.
the Strength Plus app has hit the Canada as well.
It has, yes. And people in Canada are very excited to see the Strength Plus app. So for those of you who contacted me this week, let me tell you a few things about this. One, no, it is not an extra charge if you have the all access. Also, I believe the App Plus also now includes Strength Plus. That is new. It did not used to do that. Yes, it is a completely separate app. No, it is not for Android. No, I don't know why. No, I agree it doesn't make any sense because Peloton puts all their equipment on Android, but that's not really the way that electronics work. So I agree that we should have it, but it doesn't. So yeah.
And yes, Tim Hortons is overrated.
But you like your poutine.
I did like the poutine. Like Winnie the Poutine.
And honestly, most of the people asking those questions were not from Canada, just to be clear.
So they were unaffected, but still looking to complain.
I mean, that is the internet.
Did they not
yes.
even see the Magic Mike ride? Go over there. Complain about that.
Well, they were women.
Oh. So Peloton's SVM, I don't know what that stands for.
I don't know. I think that should be SDP. I'll be honest.
I was just cutting and pasting. I thought maybe I typoed.
I mean,
It's not out of the realm of possibility. And GM of Peloton for Business
yeah.
is moving on.
He is. This is a big deal because when Peloton first bought,
Precor,
thank you.
you're welcome. Precor Summit, I believe it's called.
This is the guy. This is the guy that took over and was going to be growing Precor. So he led Peloton for Business. He launched the Peloton Pro Series, which is the first commercial product line. He also opened up the first Peloton-powered wellness community at Utah City. He also built the first branded cross-training space at University of Texas. He established integrated wellness partnerships with Twin Health and Hospital for Special Surgery. Let me be clear, he didn't do all those things on his own. That was with a team.
For sure.
But this is a big deal that he's leaving. And I don't know if this was like his position got axed because it was part of the 11% or if it's just like he was like,
Yeah.
I don't know. But
Interesting.
it's a big deal that he's leaving.
Yeah.
So he will be missed. And I know there's not a lot of people that will see the benefit of all the work that he's done
Yeah.
because they just expect things to happen.
But you need somebody orchestrating that.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
So you wrote an article this week about emotionally triggering songs.
Okay, Elizabeth technically wrote the
Oh,
article.
sorry,
and when
Elizabeth.
I say technically, it was her idea to do an article. It was her, but I put out a post that like gathered the thoughts.
Okay.
Okay. So it's a little bit of a teamwork. She did the writing part.
You love the teamwork.
I do love the teamwork. work. All right, emotionally triggering songs. What does that mean? What it means is I took a class the other day with Mariana, and I was just running along, doing my thing. It was a walk plus run. At the very end, it was the cool down song, and it was my wedding song from my first wedding. I, one, forgot the song existed. Two, have never heard it played on the platform. In fact, I have never heard another human being except my ex-husband play this song ever. It caught me so off guard. And like, I was just really like, I hadn't heard it in so long that like, it just took me back.
Right.
Like, and my wedding itself was not a bad moment at all.
Yeah.
But like, I ended that marriage for a reason.
Right.
So let's just say it wasn't the most pleasant place to revisit
Sure.
ever.
You weren't like in a heap.
Oh, Jesus Christ. No. It just really like took me by surprise.
Like
if I had
blindsided
seen it, I don't know that I would have taken the class. And if it had been in the middle of the class, I don't know what I would have done with that. I probably still would have finished it.
Yeah.
But like, it's kind of a long song and it's really slow. So I can't imagine she ever would have put it in the middle.
Right.
But I just don't know that I would have chosen to take the class. I never ever look at playlists,
Yeah.
which when we put out the call for other people's stories, I thought that other people's stories would be the center of this discussion.
Right.
But no, that's not what happened. What happened is when we wrote emotionally triggering songs, people just heard, I hate things.
Yeah.
I hate this. I hate that. Not songs, just entire genres.
Right.
Or entire
No country.
Or entire catalogs. Taylor Swift came up a lot. Nickelback, because of course.
Yeah.
It was, there were such weird ones on there that just totally took me back. Like, took me aback. Like Billy Joel. What? You won't listen to an entire catalog by Billy Joel? Do you know how many songs it is that you're shutting out? Like, honestly, except for people that I just really don't like Nicki Minaj for a host of reasons, there are not a ton of people I won't listen to. Dave Matthews is one of those for me.
Yeah.
But like, if it's in the middle of a playlist from an instructor, I'm gonna go through with it. But instead, that's what we got. We got pages and pages. We got 300 comments of people complaining about different music, or people saying, you need to play more of this. First of all, we're not Peloton.
Right.
Like,
We don't play
anything.
Yeah.
And second of all, not at all the question. Now, we did have some great answers. People who got the assignment. Rich Glass was one of those people.
Yeah.
Now, Rich Glass has been part of our community for a long time, and I cannot pretend that I agree with everything that Rich Glass has to say. But he got it, and he talked about
his reading comprehension skills.
It's on point.
On point.
It's on point. He said, the one song that hits me every time when it's played is Fix You by Coldplay. Knowing what the song is about, when my mom passed in 2024, I get choked up every time I hear it.
Man, there's a documentary about people in nursing homes, and they create choirs, and it was just about them assembling, but they would have them sing like new songs, not like old-timey people's songs, right? And now this documentary is probably 15 years old at this point, but like in the final scene, they sing Fix You after one of their members had died.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, like you're about to tear up
Yeah,
right now.
it's like, woof.
I mean, it does. It gets me every time, too. And somebody else said that it was Erica Griffin, and she said she's a breast cancer survivor, and unless she's feeling super strong and empowered on that certain day, she will skip a ride with Fight Song on the playlist. I do love the song, but if I'm feeling tender or it's around the time of any of my anniversaries, I will definitely skip. And I totally get that. I don't ever check the playlist, so I am often surprised by things. And usually I'm surprised because, oh my God, I haven't heard the song in forever.
Right.
Or yeah, I like this song. But this one was just different for me. And I think the reason it was, like, if somebody had asked me this question, I would have never put this song on the list.
Right.
Because I literally forgot it existed.
Yeah.
But like the people, whenever we put this on the official Peloton page, that's the OPP. I had somebody ask me what that was on a YouTube video this
Right.
week. They literally laughed at it and said that Peloton was woke as fuck. Then they said how stupid this article was. And I believe one person said, and I quote, if a song triggers you that much, you need to get mental help immediately. and she said, if a song triggers you into inaction, you need to get mental help. No one at any time said we were inactionable. No one said we
or
couldn't
that they
function.
should stop playing these songs.
No.
It's more just a conversation.
It was just a conversation.
Yeah.
I swear to God, the meanest people on the planet live in the OPP.
Yeah.
And I think they're all MAGA.
And I would love to know the Venn diagram of people who are like, you shouldn't get triggered by a song that also lost their shit over the Magic Mike, right?
That is my question right there. How many of those same people? I ended up taking it down off the OPP because the people who shared their vulnerable stories, I just felt like they didn't deserve to be treated that way.
For ridicule like that, yeah.
Because that wasn't the intent. And we at the Clip Out appreciate your vulnerability and sharing. And like, I want to live in a world where we can have this conversation and you don't get ridiculed. Like, I don't see a need for it. I think it's hateful and it's stupid and it's everything that's wrong with this world right now. Everything. It is like that hatred is so unnecessary. It is humanity. It is humanity. We are all sharing these songs and these playlists.
And songs are like the people that were acting like it's crazy that a song would have an emotional impact. Like, that's kind of the point.
That is the point
of songs.
Right.
Coming up after this, we've got instructors in the news. We're going to talk about Ben Alldis having a little surprise on the INXS ride, who's featured in Self Magazine, and we got an instructor filing for a trademark. Why, whatever could that mean? We will tell you right after this.
Instructors in the news.
Ben Alldis did the INXS ride.
Yes.
And he had a little surprise.
He did. Tim Robards was on the bike, but he was in the crowd, not like up on the stage with Ben.
Yeah.
And he talked a little bit about Tim Robards and asked him a couple of questions. It was a little bit of a get to know you, but it was very brief.
Yeah.
And my understanding is that Tim Robards also showed up in a different INXS class taught by a different instructor. And there was kind of a about you. There was more of a get to know him in that class as well. So that was just kind of a fun surprise. And it was a great class, by the way, talking about music takes you back.
Yeah. Well, and I guess since INXS is Australian.
Yeah. Yeah. He said, okay, so one of INXS's songs that everybody knows is Never Tear Us Apart, right? Well, fun little fact, Tim Robards said that they have this little countdown that they do. It's a music countdown every year. But this year, when they did a music countdown, they did like the best songs of all time.
Right.
And Never Tear Us Apart was #1 in Australia.
Wow.
And he goes, maybe not deserved, but
I mean, it's a good song.
It is a good song.
Of all time? I don't know about that.
Well, they were all Australian songs.
Best Australian songs
yes.
of all time.
I'm just saying it's a different subset of songs than we might choose. But that is another song that reminds me of my ex-husband. But that was during a really good time in our relationship. That was very early on.
Yeah, I'm also like, well, AC/DC is Australian.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I don't see how that couldn't have been #1.
Yeah.
And I love that song.
Yeah.
Never Tear Us Apart.
Yeah. So Hannah Corbin, featured by Self Magazine. I can't tell she featured in Self Magazine or just by them on their Instagram channels. And honestly, in today's world,
does it matter?
Being featured on their Instagram channel probably has more cachet than actually being in the magazine.
I would agree. And this was, of course, press for her new book, Did You Stretch, though?
Yeah.
And she did her 3 favorite stretches for any Peloton workout. And she demonstrated those. So there you go.
Okay. New instructor Johanna.
Yes.
In case you're not familiar with the name yet, I'd like to still put new instructor in front of it.
Yes, definitely.
Has filed for a trademark.
She has, and that trademark is the Pilates plug. Go.
You're like, what does that mean?
Well, I think it's supposed to be her fan group. And she does Pilates.
Right.
And so it's like, you know how you sometimes will say shameless plugs?
Right.
I think it's somehow supposed to be a plug for her Pilates classes. Go on. I know you have more to say.
But what does that mean?
I don't know.
I
don't know. And it's also the first time I've ever seen an instructor create their own fan group.
Yeah.
That is new.
It's just such a
Actually, I think Allie Love technically did that first. now that I think about it, because the whole like whatever it's called,
Love squad thing.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you. Whenever the instructors all left their groups,
Yeah.
she took back all of her naming rights and wouldn't let the group, like there were restrictions put on the group. Let's just say that.
Gotcha.
So she was actually the first one to like own that.
Yeah. But yeah, I just like it's such a
I
weird,
know.
Yeah, like
When I hear Pilates plug, I think, is that dirty?
yeah.
I know. I know.
And my other thought was like, were you in grave danger of someone else using that?
I'll be honest. Now, I have not taken a ton of classes with Johanna, but I don't understand her.
Yeah.
I don't get her thought process. Like a lot of times people will make choices, and even if I don't agree with them, I can like this.
You like,
would
oh, I
lead to
get, but I
this.
get what the logic is here. Yeah.
And I haven't figured hers out.
Yeah.
So I am sure there is a logical reason that she did that. I just don't know what that is.
Right.
I am unaware. Which
So,
not everything is for me to know. That's okay.
but that's trademarked now.
There you go.
So you can't have it.
You can't have Pilates plug.
You cannot.
You cannot.
Yeah.
Peloton artist collaborations.
So we have a quick look at the artist series being featured in the month of February.
We do. First up is Destiny's Child, which is pretty exciting for a lot of people. There's a ton of classes. This article doesn't include the on-demand ones that dropped in Peloton's list yesterday. We also have Tyler, the Creator, and that is going to be later on in February. And we're wondering if there's going to be like another one in the middle, because they only did 2.
Yeah, it feels like there should be more.
But we've also noticed sometimes in the last few months, sometimes it is only 2, or they'll do like a surprise thing in the middle. Unclear what they're doing.
February is a short month.
It is a short month.
Yeah.
It is a short month. And we're not starting on this till February 5th because it's kind of a weird timing.
Yeah.
Like it started on a Monday and they always do these on a Thursday. So like, but yeah, I would think there's at least time for one more. So
one would think.
maybe,
Perhaps.
we don't know.
Other connected fitness.
So Tonal has hired new coaches.
They have. Yes. We have talked about before that Kristen McGee had joined the Tonal team as a guest coach. Well, they are they are continuing to expand their Pilates team, and they have added Katie Yip and Pillen Anise, and they will be starting in March.
And that also means
That also means
we have
that
another coach exiting.
yeah, sadly, Christina Centenary will no longer be with Tonal. And I can't help but wonder. I wondered this before with Tanisha
Yeah.
leaving, but now I'm even more concerned that this is a financial decision.
Right.
We're not as privy to Tonal's financial decisions because they are not public in the way that Peloton is, so they don't have to explain the things they do
Right.
in the same way. But I'm sure they learned a lot from how they let go of the coaches.
The last batch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was not good. Not
Yeah.
good.
So, but we wish her the best.
We do wish her the best. She's really nice, and I love her running content. It's
Yeah.
so good. And I love Tanisha, too. So both of them, wish them the best.
Speaking of employees being downsized,
Mm-hmm.
Aura, maker of Aura rings, and they probably make other things, they're just flat out putting on Front Street
They
that
did.
if you work at Peloton and you got downsized, hit us up on the LinkedIn DMs.
Yeah, it was totally like, we're hiring, message me for
Yeah.
a referral. Like, I was just like, I mean, yeah, put it out there.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you know that they understand the space and they're looking for a gig. So
Yeah.
if you are a former Peloton employee listening to this, because I'm sure once you get let go from Peloton,
All you want to do is sit around and listen to a Peloton podcast.
yes. But in the outside,
It's happened before.
yeah. On the outside chance that is you and you are affected, reach out to Aura. They're out there for you.
Marissa Braverman Tyak is on LinkedIn. And if you need help finding that, I am happy to send you the link. Let me know because I want everyone to land on their feet successfully.
New content.
It is time for the TCO Top 5. You have told us your favorite classes of the week, and now we will tell them right back to you. Number 1, your favorite ride, Brace yourself, boys.
Okay, so it was the 30-minute Magic Mike live ride. This was nominated by a lot of people. Here were our favorite nominations. Karen Smith. It was so amazing. The energy in this class was fire, and the burner at the end made this class a worthy bookmark. I don't often ride with Tunde, but I didn't want to miss this one, and it did not disappoint.
Karen Smith, you're a hate monster.
Go, Karen. Diana Volk also had a lot of fun, especially watching the expressions on Katie and Olivia's faces when everything unfolded. I saw some stills of that, and like Katie was like I mean, it was precious.
Diana Volk, you're a misogynist.
Joni Robertson reports the vibe and energy was fantastic. And then in the last 7 to 8 minutes, boom, there was the surprise.
Joni Robertson, I don't have a third one.
Just know there's a boy out there somewhere that's mad.
Yes.
And I have to say, several members also nominated the PSL Reconnect ride that was led by Hannah Frankson. And we have a whole, we went over that one,
in depth.
And so we have a whole article about that as well.
Number 2, your favorite row. Alex K, properly attired, wearing a shirt, doing nothing to upset me as a straight man.
That's good.
Thank you, Alex K.
He taught this class on January 31st. It was a 30-minute classic rock row. And Sarah Lester, I'm taking this class. She convinced me.
Okay.
Because Alex created a playlist that reflected where we currently are in the United States in a subtle way. The songs he played were very intentional. And while I had heard them before, I had never really listened to them and heard them in this specific way. I think you could take this row and think it's political, but others have taken it and didn't take that away from it. So I'm looking forward to this.
Okay. Number 3, your favorite walk.
So Robin taught a 30-minute 90s pop walk on 124, and Tiffany Cortez loved it. She really enjoyed this class. It had the best 90s playlist, and it had long intervals that weren't too challenging. Kind of reminded me of a PZ endurance ride. Perfect.
Yeah. Favorite way to pass the time while running.
I feel really weird talking about this one.
Yeah.
Christina's...
It's a little navel-gazing.
It is.
Not unlike Magic Mike.
Christina Stavro nominated the Patreon episode from 121. So that would have been the clipped out from 448.
Okay.
She listened to this while she was running, and the time flew by because she was laughing so much. And she also thanked us for what we do and appreciated the bonus episodes, especially amidst the craziness these days. We did want to include this because there's a lot of people that don't know these episodes exist. And also, it's just different. So,
yeah. Is that the one where I coined the phrase racist Pez dispenser?
I think it might have been.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So. And then finally, back to your regular programming. Number 5, your unstackable.
This was a 30-minute kettlebell strength and conditioning class taught by Zacharias. By the way, Ned Jetski.
That's how you say it.
Yep.
Like jet ski.
Thank you, Nikki.
Yes.
So Elizabeth wrote this article. She has been on a Zacharias spree, and this was his first kettlebell class. She is a beginner at kettlebells, so she was really intrigued about the approach.
I'm starting with kettle chips and then working my way up.
To bells.
Yes.
Okay. She's deeming this unstackable because these new movements really woke up some muscles that apparently she rarely uses. She was sore in a good way for days.
So moving on to this week at Peloton, we have advanced beginner flow with Kira.
It was a 30-minute class, and it's dropping on February 7th. It's going to be focusing on beginner, but starting to get into that intermediate, like you're starting to stretch yourself. So she's going to be working on skill refinement, pacing, and instructional depth.
And we also, speaking of kettlebells, have all sorts of kettlebell stuff out there.
There's some new classes that are coming up with Jocelyn Thompson Rule as well. It's dropped already, so it is out there on demand. You should check it out.
And we have a progression run with Alex K.
We do, yeah, 45 minutes, and that dropped on February 7th as well. So progression runs, they start slow and they finish fast. They're very simple, but they're very intense. So this is great when you need a challenge. I also want to point out that we have a new vinyl vault coming out, and that is with Hannah Corbin, 20 minutes, and it came out on February 5th.
It is currently Black History Month, and Peloton is celebrating it. I should say Black History Month America.
Yes.
Because the UK.
That's right. They have one in a different month.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Yeah. And it's something to remember is that this is the 100th anniversary of Black History Month. So that is just pretty darn cool.
Yeah.
Also, their Destiny's Child is obviously part of the Black History Month as a artist series, but there's also a Broadway ride with Allie this week. There was an R&B run with Jeffrey. Neo Soul Yoga Flow with Kira is dropping later in the week. So that's just week 1. And then every week Peloton is going to be dropping new classes, and we will keep you updated on those. And I have to say, Ash Pryor, when she was talking about Black History Month, she said that there were some really big surprises coming this month. So,
well, maybe that's why we only have 2 artist series. Maybe that's one of the big surprises.
Maybe.
Matt Wilpers has Move for Life plans for people.
All right. So I'm going to try to explain this to people.
Okay.
Move for Life is a team on the Peloton app. It's super simple to get to. You just go in the app and you click on the 3 people. It's like a little emblem of people. You click on that, and then there's teams, and Move for Life is one of the Peloton official teams. Okay. Matt Wilpers is the leader of that team. So what he decided to do was, for the month of February, he has 3 different tracks that you can be on. There's a total of 150 minutes for track 1, 225 for track 2, or 300 for track 3. The idea is to mix walking with strength, and he is going to be posting every day curated classes. These classes already exist on the platform. He is just listing the classes that he recommends for you to hit these goals daily. You can find those on Teams. We were going to post them, but we are not going to go post every single class for an entire month. We're just not going to do it because that's a lot.
Yeah.
And no. So it is out there. But if you have any trouble finding teams, just let me know. I am happy to help you. It's really easy to find, I promise.
And there's also a challenge to go along with this.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was the point.
That is the challenge.
The
That is the
150
challenge.
minutes is
Okay.
the challenge. 225 minutes is the challenge. And you're mixing, again, walking with strength. So the challenge is to pick a track and complete all of the classes for the month that Matt Wilpers tells you to on Teams.
Okay. Speaking of Matt, him and Christian Vandevelde are teaming up for a Valentine's Day ride.
They are. And this is, I believe, their second one. And not only is it their second one, it's a 2-hour bromance. So they will be on the bike for 2 full hours. I predict a banana for a snack from Matt Wilpers.
Well, now.
And I predict a orange for Christian Vandevelde because he hates bananas.
Okay.
And he makes fun of Matt Wilpers always having a banana on these rides.
Okay.
But people love these so much. It's a real treat. So for it to be Valentine's Day is just chef's kiss. There's also a bunch more classes that they have added to the Valentine's Day schedule. We will be covering those as we get closer.
And a lot of people do celebrate Valentine's Day with a mouthful of banana. Just putting that out there. TCO has your highlight resources.
Yes.
With a little help.
Just
a lot of help.
Just a reminder that we have an article that has all of Rebecca Kennedy's resources for the highlight class, the highlight challenge for the entire month. We have it in one place. So you don't have to go and download 18 million things.
Yes.
It's all in one place for you.
All compiled for you.
Yes. And for those of you who were trying to take the Pilates class this morning and it didn't drop on time, I'm sorry. And I hope you pivoted to a different Pilates class.
So that brings this episode to a close. Until next time, where can people find you?
People can find me on Facebook at facebook.com/Crystal D. O'Keefe. They can also find me on Blue Sky, Threads, Instagram, and the Peloton leaderboard at Clip Out Crystal.
And you can find me on Threads and Blue Sky at Tom O'Keefe Jr. or on Facebook at facebook.com/Tom O'Keefe. You can find the show online at facebook.com/The Clip Out. While you're there, like the page, join the group, and of course, don't forget our Patreon. All sorts of bonus content, ad-free episodes, early episodes, and we like you a little extra. So that's it for this one. Thanks for tuning in. And until next time, keep running.
And peddling.
And rolling.
Bye, guys.
Clip in.